I want to talk about how God called me to himself. Okay. If God is calling you, answer that call. Okay. You will not regret it. Okay. So my mother taught me to pray at a young age. Okay. When I got into my teens, I started smoking weed. Okay. This is when I stopped praying. Okay. And then I got deeper and deeper into sin. I was of this world, doing what I wanted to do. And, this world was just eating away at my soul. I was spiritually dying. Then I get into a narcissistic relationship, okay? Eating away at my soul, okay? Just dying a slow, painful death, right? Then, I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. So I started doing drugs to numb the pain, and it's never enough. Okay. So on top of the money, my money and my husband's money, I started stealing to support my habit. All right. And at first it was opiates, then heroin, then fentanyl. Okay. And once you build a tolerance for these drugs, okay, and you stop, okay, your body gets sick, okay, you get dope sick, okay, you go through withdrawals. It is the painfulest thing that I've ever felt in my life, okay. So, I tried everything to quit, and I just did not have the strength to. So I started stealing for 2 years, y'all. For a few times out of the week, for 2 years, I would steal out of stores. Sometimes, my husband, would hit a lick, kick a door down, to get money. But yeah, I was stealing out of these stores to support my habit, right? And not getting caught, or thinking that I wasn't getting caught, because, we don't get away with anything, right? So this last time I was in this store, and I actually, so the last time, right? I see this LP, right? And I recognize him because the time before that, I had went into the store, right? And when I got to the door, okay, he asked me for a lighter, and I was in a rush. Yeah, I had a lighter on me, but I was trying to get out the store with this stuff. So I'm like, no, I don't have one. And then he's like, yeah, we just caught you stealing stuff and putting it in your purse. Okay. So I'm like, oh snap, I'm caught. Then he grabs my purse, and they say that, loss prevention cannot touch you, but they will touch you. Okay. So we're playing tug of war, and then all I hear is do 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 do. Okay, behind me, and this lady grabs my shoulder. So as soon as she made contact with my shoulder, I let go of my purse. Okay, I say, okay, well, I ain't got time to play tug of war. Okay, so I get into my car. I'm thinking I got away with it, right? Okay, so let's go back to the last time. Okay, so that same dude that had asked me for the lighter, okay, this last time that I stole from this store, okay, I see him following me in the store. So I'm like, oh no, I'm caught. I'm caught, or am I? So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the candy aisle, and if he follows me, I'm caught. So I'll go to the candy aisle, and he follows me. Okay, he's watching me. I'm like, oh no, I got to go. So I take my cart, okay, I'm pushing my little cart towards the cash registers, and then I let go, and then I just book it, okay. And he's chasing after me, gone, okay, couldn't even catch me. Lord, I'm sorry, okay. So I escape, get in my car, and I'm with this other person, right? So I'm driving down the main road, and I'm in a different county. Okay. So my county was like 10 minutes away. So I'm headed that way. Then on the other side of the road, okay, I see this cop, okay, driving in the opposite direction, okay, going towards where we just were. And he slows down as soon as we pass. I'm like, oh man, they got my plates. They got my plates, and they called the police and told them. Okay. So he gets, yeah, okay, so he goes to make a U-turn, and there was traffic. Okay, so now I'm speeding. I'm like, okay, that traffic's gonna save me a little bit time. So I'm thinking, should I keep going, straight towards my county, or should I book this right into what was it? This hospital parking lot, and then maybe he'll pass me, and then I can creep out and get on this other road. Okay, so I park into the hospital parking lot, right? So I used to do this thing. Okay, so I was not hearing from God, okay, because I was given over to a reprobate mind. Okay, when you're living in your sin, okay, God will give you over to that delusional mind. So I was not hearing for God. So this is how I used to ask God questions. Okay, this is something that I just made up. I would look at the time and I would add up the numbers. If the numbers added up to like a birthday of one of my family members, or mine, like the month or the day, that would be my yes. Okay, if not, that would be my no. Okay. This is how I thought I was talking to God. Okay, so I'm sitting in the parking lot, and I'm like, should I stay here or should I go? So I asked God, okay, I'm like, if these numbers add up to one of our birthdays, then I'm going to stay here in the parking lot. If it doesn't, I'm going to leave. And it didn't, right? So I was about to leave because I told the person that I was with that it didn't add up to the numbers, right? And he's like, no, because the time was 3:16, y'all. Okay, so this is when it started. This was God talking to me, okay? Like, we're not doing that adding number stuff that you just made up, okay? This is how I talk, okay? And I'm about to talk to you through this number right here. And I recognized this number, but I could not remember like what book it was from. I knew that it was like a popular Bible verse. I couldn't remember what book it was out of. And I remember Tim Tebow sharing a testimony with this number, right? But I couldn't remember what book it was out of, what book it was out of, or what the verse even said. Okay, so he's like, no, it says 3:16. Let's just stay here. Okay, so we stay there, and okay, a couple minutes later, okay, and before this happened, I just felt like I was gonna get caught that day. So I did the last little bit of fentanyl that I had, okay, snorted that, okay. Well, I was not gonna let it go to waste. So then boom, we see this cop car pulling up. I'm like, oh my gosh. So he goes around to the front. We're in the back, okay. He goes around to the front, and I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And he's like, we gotta get out and run into them woods right there. And I'm like, we are not about to run from the police. And he's like, yes, we are. Get out. Okay, so I get out. Okay. So we start headed running into the woods. He sees us right before, okay, we get in there. Okay, and he's like, stop. Okay, we do not stop. Okay, we keep we keep running. Okay, I'm juking out. I'm juking out all these trees. Okay, so many trees. So many trees. Then, one of the trees hit the Heisman on me, okay? I get taken out, okay? I'm on the floor. I had slides on, okay? Them slides flew off my feet. I'm barefoot, okay? And the cop grabs me, okay? He grabs my hand, starts putting them behind my back, okay, and trying to cuff me. I'm fighting. He's like, stop fighting. I'm like, I didn't do anything. What are you doing? He's like, why did you start running then? Okay. I said, I got scared. So the person that I was with, okay, they got away. Okay. I'm like, I'm like, save yourself in my head. Okay, so then he puts me in a cop car, okay, with this lady, okay, this lady cop. Then two more cop cars pull up, okay, and they're looking for him. It took about 30 minutes to find him, okay, so now we're in the car together, and I heard the lady saying something about, yeah, she has a warrant out for her arrest, but they never put it in. And I'm like, I hope she's not talking about me. I hope she's not talking about me, okay? Keep that in mind. Okay, so he's telling me everything's gonna be okay, okay? We're gonna get out on an unsecured bond, okay? Because we had got arrested before in our county, okay? In our county, me and him, okay, will get out on unsecured bonds, okay? Well, I only got arrested that one, like this one time. Well, no, twice. But the first time, it was like a long time ago. But the last time before this time that I'm talking about, am I making this complicated? Okay, I got out on the unsecured bond, and he got caught a couple times. Got an unsecured bond, okay, because there was just too many people in our county, okay. And as long as it wasn't like a violent crime, they'd let you out, okay. But see, I knew like that was not gonna happen this time, okay, because we got caught in the boondocks, okay. I said, no, we're going to jail, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, okay. So while I'm in the car, I'm thinking about that number 316, right? I'm like, what book is that out of, and what is the verse? I couldn't get it out of my head. So then this other cop, he asked me, do I have consent to search your car? So they're looking for the merchandise, right? And I'm like, no. Stubborn, okay. And he's like, okay, so you want to do this the hard way, because I can get the canine out here and we will find what you took. So I'm gonna ask you again, do I have consent to search your car? So I'm like, well, no. Right. So they get the canine out there, and then I remember, bro, that we have like half a pound of weed in the car. So the dog starts barking, and I'm like, oh no, I'm about to get a drug charge. Oh my God. Okay, so they didn't find the weed. Okay, they found the stuff that I stole, though. I guess they weren't, I don't know what happened, but that's what the dog was barking about. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so they find the stuff. Okay, then they drive us over to the jail. Okay, they drive us over to the jail, and he's talking to the magistrate, right, explaining what happened. And he said that he took that u-turn, he drive down the road, he didn't see us, and then he booked the u-turn, where the county line was, what I said he was gonna do, and then he turned into that parking lot. Okay, so if I had a left, because when I counted up the numbers, I would have got away, okay? But God said no, like, don't do. That's why he had the person with me there to say three. The time says 316. Stay here, because God was saving my life, y'all. Okay, because I knew he was gonna make a U-turn at the county line, okay, and come back there. But I stayed because the person that was with me said the clock says 316. Okay. And that was God saying, no, you are going to jail. Okay. I'm putting a stop to all of this. Okay. So, I'm still kind of like in denial. Like I'm wanting this to happen because I knew that this is what needed to happen. I knew that I needed to be locked up somewhere, okay? Not go to rehab, okay, where I could just leave. I knew that I had to be locked up somewhere. I think I Sorry if I said this. I don't remember if I said this, okay? But I knew that I had to be locked up somewhere where I could not escape so that I could get these drugs out of my system, okay? That is the only way. You have to get these drugs out. You have to detoxify, okay? You have to get these drugs out of your system. You have to go through these withdrawals, okay? And I did not have the strength to do it, okay? And God was giving me another chance, okay? So instead of being angry, I was grateful, but I was still kind of fighting it, okay? So, you get a phone call in there. So I called my mom and my dad, and they're like, we're not about to get you out of here. And I knew that was gonna happen, but I was desperate, okay? I was still fighting. Then I called one of my drug dealers, and he was like, I didn't put you in there. I don't know. I was desperate, y'all. Okay, I was so scared of these withdrawals. So then what happens? Okay, so then it started getting real. Okay, it started getting real. Okay. Oh yeah, like I said, we did not get that unsecured bond. No, we did not. Okay, like I said, okay, we are in the boondocks. That's not gonna happen. Okay, and the only person that I had to call, were my parents. They said, honey. Like my drug dealer said, yeah, we didn't put you in there. Okay, you about to stay in there, right? So it started getting really, real. When one of the ladies, she said, yeah, okay, take your clothes off and squat and cough.
What did he say?
I said, ma'am, excuse me. Right, okay. This is really happening, okay? So boom, they put me in my cell. I got charged with felony larceny. So, and also conspiracy and resisting arrest. But when they said felony, I was confused because where I live, as long as the amount is under $1,000, then it's considered a misdemeanor. So I'm like, I only stole like $600 worth of merchandise. Like that's any better, okay? And then they said, yeah, but you removed the anti-theft device, okay? That's a felony, okay? So okay, so they take me to my cell, right? Then they call me back to booking. Okay, I'm like, oh, this can't be good. Oh, am I about to be charged with something else? So remember when I was in the cop car with the lady and I overheard her on the radio saying, oh yeah, she has a warrant, but they never put it into the system. Okay, she was talking about me. Okay, so I got booked with another felony. Okay, and I just want to say that, if you have a felony or, whatever it is that you did when you were living in sin, you will have to deal with the consequences. It's not going to disappear, but God is going to get you through that. And you are going to accomplish whatever it is that God needs you to accomplish in this life. Okay. And there's going to be another testimony about these felonies that I have. Okay. I'm now off of probation. And guess what? Okay. I got off of probation 7 months early off of a violation. Okay. I got violated and God used that to get me off of probation 7 months early, and I didn't even have to pay the rest of the fees. Okay, I was late 2 months. Okay, that's another story. Okay, that's another testimony right there. Okay, probation is expensive, but I got off 7 months early, and whatever it is that you did living in your sin, God will get you through it. It's not going to disappear, but God will be with you, okay? And use you in a great way. Okay? They put me in my cell and Now I'm thanking God. Okay, I'm like, okay, this is it. Okay, you give me another chance. Okay, I know this is you. Okay, this is my chance because I know that you want me to get off of these drugs, get this out of my system. I was not angry at God. I was so grateful because I did not have the strength to go lock myself up somewhere, okay, to go through these withdrawals, okay. This is the most painful thing that I've ever felt in my life, okay, physically, okay. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. So, boom, for 2 weeks, I'm withdrawing. Okay. Everything is just coming out, thrown up. Okay. Can't eat, can't hold down water. Okay. Throwing up, going to the bathroom. Okay. Okay. Demons are manifesting. Okay. That's what that is because, oh my God, it is horrible. Okay. And painful. Okay. So I'm withdrawing, but the whole 2 weeks that I'm going through this, okay, the whole 2 weeks that I'm going through this, I'm thinking of that 3:16. I'm like, what book is that out of and what is the verse? Also, through this 2 weeks, I'm thinking, God, just get me through this. Get me through this, Lord. And I'm thinking, you give me another chance, Lord. I feel like this is you giving me another chance. Thank you for this. You didn't have, I could have got away just like the other times, okay? I could have left that parking lot, took that road, and I would have got away from the police. I would have had a warrant out. Okay, but I would have had a little bit more time, but I could have ended up dying, right? So I said, this is what needs to be done. Thank you that I'm in here so I can, withdraw, right? Like, thank you, right? And then I'm thinking, but why? Why, God? Why would you do this? Because you love me. In fact, you love me so much that you gave up your only son for me to save somebody like me. I am a horrible person. Like, I'm not worthy. Okay. And none of us are. Like, this world is just so cruel. Like, why did you do that? You gave up your son. This is how much you love us. This is how much you love us, right? I'm thinking this for this whole 2 weeks. And what is that verse? 3:16. What book is that? For 2 weeks, right? It will not leave my mind, right? So then finally, this Christian lady, okay, everybody's talking about this Christian lady. She's in there every other week, okay, for manslaughter, okay. We're not even going to get into this Christian lady, okay, but okay. Yeah, so I asked her, I had asked her about the 3:16. I'm like, I don't remember. I know 3:16 is a popular verse, but I don't remember what book it is. Would you remember? Like, it's a popular verse. And then she says to me, like, oh, I don't memorize Bible verses like that. I don't know. You know, a lot was going on with her. We're not going to get into her right now. Okay. Hold on. Let's back up a little bit because, like I think it was like 2 or 3 days after I was in there, I cried out to God. Okay. This is when I repented and I didn't even know what I was doing. All right. So I cry out to God and I'm like, I'm still thinking about the 3:16 and how God loves us so much and that he's giving me another chance. That he loves us so much that he gave up his son for us, right? And then I realize my sin, okay? I realize that I messed up and I throw in the towel. I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of this world. I'm tired of the people in it. Okay, I'm tired of the things in it. I'm tired of myself. You know what? I don't even want me anymore. You know what? Take my life. I went just like this. I said, take it. I don't even want it anymore, God. Whatever you want me to do, that's what I want to do. And in my mind, I thought I was going to read the Bible and then try to, do the deeds. And that's how it's going to be a good person. But God changed me. Okay. We'll get to that part later. Okay. But anyways, so I repented. I didn't even know that's what I was doing. Like, I gave up my life, okay, to save it. I didn't know That's what I was doing. Okay. And then I read it in the Bible and I was like, oh my God, did I just like give up my life to save it? Did I just receive the Holy Spirit? Because some things were going on. Okay. So, I felt my heart starting to soften. Okay. I started thinking after I say this. Okay. So after I repented, I started thinking about my parents, thinking about my husband, okay? Because I thought that I loved my husband, but that was really like I was worshiping him, okay? It wasn't like true love, okay? It wasn't the love that, God's kind of love, okay? He filled me with his love, and then I was like, oh my God, I love my husband. Like, and I used to hate my parents, and I said, no, I don't hate them. I love them. And then I had this urge to want to help people. I didn't know how, but I just wanted to help people. I didn't know what was happening to me, okay? I had received the Holy Spirit, y'all, okay? And God was softening my heart in there, okay? So remember, for 2 weeks, right? I'm thinking about 3:16. What book is that? What verse is that? I asked the Christian lady. She didn't know. She blew me off, okay? Then I asked this girl that was in my cell with me, okay, in the foreman. Okay, later I got moved to the middle cell. Okay, but I asked this lady that was in there, and she hadn't been to church since she was a child, right? Okay, and the Christian lady would pick on this sinner, right? So I asked this sinner. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, because then I remembered. I said, oh, it's John 3:16. So then I asked her, okay, remember, she hasn't been to church since she was a child. Okay, now she's in her about late 40s. And this is the only verse. She told me this is the only verse that she had memorized. Okay. So I tell her to look up John 3:16 for me because I was still going through withdrawals. But I had remembered the book. Okay, it was John 3:16. So I tell her to read it to me, right? And she didn't even open up the Bible, okay? She said it to me. Okay, this is the only verse she had memorized. But when she said it, okay, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son to so that no one shall perish, but they may find everlasting life. Okay, when she said that, that's when I heard God. I heard God loud and clear. And it all started when I looked at the clock. It said 3:16, and then I started having all these thoughts of how God loves us so much. He's giving me another chance because he loves me so much that he gave up his only son, right? And then she said what she said. It was God. I heard him so loud. I heard him so loud. I felt like Samuel. Okay, here I am, Lord. Okay, here I am. And then I began to see the signs, miracles, and wonders. Okay, I had nothing. Okay, I was left alone. Okay, I burned all them bridges. I had no money on my books. Okay, and when you get put in there, you get this little tiny shampoo that dries your scalp and your hair out. Okay, you get this little tiny toothbrush, okay, this little tiny tube of toothpaste, this little bar of that lye soap, okay, a rag, and that's it. Okay, after that, oh, you better buy you some deodorant, okay, some more toothpaste, or you gonna be in there stinking. Okay, you gonna be in there stinking if you don't have any money, right? So then, people are giving me stuff. Okay, this lady had put like $50 on my books. I was able to call my mother, and this is when I started writing letters to people. Okay, I wanted to apologize to them in person, but I called and apologized, and then I sent letters. And then eventually, when I did see them in person, I apologized in person. But I began to apologize to everyone because I realized, okay, that I was wrong, okay, that I was blaming everybody for my problems, okay, that my enemy was me, okay, that is who I needed to defeat, okay, that is who I needed to let go of and let God do what he does, okay, and transform me, okay. So yeah, I gave up my life, okay. God will break you down, okay, humble you like Nebuchadnezzar, okay, to show you who the one true God is. All right. And yeah, so that's how I heard God, okay? That is how I heard God. And so remember when I used to do the phone thing and that's how I talked to God because he stopped talking to me, okay? So I'm not saying that if you call out to God, he's going to ignore you. Okay, but like if you genuinely mean it, okay, if you are genuinely sorry and you want to see God's face, he will answer you. Okay, and that time I meant it, and God knows your heart, and he knew I meant it. Okay, he knew that I was done with myself, okay, that I was done with this world, that I was giving up everything to follow him. And when I said what I said, I thought I was gonna read the Bible and then do it myself, but no. Okay, it all started with the mind, okay? I repented in my mind. I said, I'm done. I made a choice to be done with that life. And then he began to change me with his spirit, okay? The power of his spirit began to change me, okay? Okay, and my mind, it just changed, okay? It changed. And my heart softened, okay? I began to love people. And yeah, that's what happened, y'all. That's how I heard God for the first time, okay? And I didn't even know that God spoke to people. I heard that he did, but I didn't believe it because he wasn't speaking to me, okay? And that was because I was trying to follow me. I was my own God. But that's how I heard the Lord, okay? Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay, seek the Lord with all your mind, body, and soul, and you can change, okay? Don't think that you are too far gone. Okay, and I hear a lot of people saying that narcissists are too far gone. There's no hope for them and that God can't save them. Yes, he can. You know how many narcissists God saved that didn't even know that they were a narcissist, that don't even know what a narcissist is? Okay, this is narcissist is found in the Bible, okay? I forgot what scripture it is, but it describes what a narcissist is. And God can save anybody. Okay, he knows how to humble you. Okay, he knows how to bring you to your knees. God can save anybody, so don't think that you're too far gone. Okay, you just have to let go of your life. Okay, stop trying to be in control. Stop trying to control other people. Okay, and let God, take the wheel. Okay, so answer that call and you will not regret it, okay? You will have that peace that you've been looking for in all the wrong places, okay? That love that you've been looking for in all the wrong places, okay? He will satisfy you, okay? He will fulfill you, okay? And you will have a good, long life. All right. I love you. Answer the call, okay, so that you can do great things in this world. You are needed, okay? We need more people, okay? We need more people out in these fields, okay? You're a great person. You don't need validation from anybody, okay? The Lord loves you and heal. All right. And you can do that with the Lord. Okay. Because he gets to the root of the problem. Answer the call today. today. You're never too far gone. I love you. Good night.